We can.
You're live.
I'm Renee Bray.
No one knows who I am. Flip Orley. We're doing Road Comics Adventures. Episode
34.
34. We are not good at numbering. 6. We're not good at numbering. We fully admit that. We think it's 34. It's in the 30s, but we're labeling. We're labeling it 34. So
yeah. And by the way, if you guys wonder why we go 6 and think that's so funny, go to posts on YouTube and you will see a couple of videos, one of which is our friend Vic Henley, who's passed away, but he left a wonderful legacy of very funny bits. And one of them, if you watch the video, you'll know why we go 6 and laugh hysterically.
It is fun. I mean, I don't know if you'll find it funny. We do.
Find it very funny. And if you think it's going to stop.
Au contraire. You were
well, listen to you speaking French.
Sadly
you
mistaken.
Make some gumbo soup today, and all of a sudden you're all français.
Ooh la la! I am blinded by the light.
All right, I'd like to apologize to all the French people.
We have the apology tour that is constant and nonstop. Oh, how's that? Is that any better?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Now I'm a glow. I look like I've been to a nuclear site.
Well,
anyway, it's really funny, the whole Vic Henley story. When Renee and I started talking almost a year ago, February 17th, 16th, 2025, she happened to mention her dear friend Vic Henley, and my head snapped, and I go, wait, what? And she goes, my good friend Vic Henley, and as it turns out, he had passed away, which is very, very sad. I had no idea. Young man in his 50s. But it turns out when I started doing comedy in Phoenix, mic nights and whatnot, in my late teens, early 20s, Vic Henley was also in Phoenix doing open mic nights too. And we ran the same roads and we did the same clubs. And I can't say we were friends, but we were always friendly, and it was very funny and he was very nice. And then I was shocked to find that he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, that was, and it's funny. The day I sent you the email and begged you to call me,
yeah,
I was watching Vic's videos. So I think it's funny anytime we quote him. He's got a great story about meeting George Bush 41.
Senior.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Senior. 41.
And he also has a story about the Ku Klux Klan. And it's funny. You got to listen to it. I put those clips on there. I loved Vic. He's somebody that helped me greatly when I got started. And
oh, that's right. He started when I did, which is almost a decade before you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just noted I have not shaved.
I know. I kind of like it though. I like it.
Well, I don't know if I like it. I like not shaving. I don't like shaving.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't shave nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. You need all the fur you can get right now because it is so cold. It is so.
I know how that. I don't know if that's a podcast story. It's a violation.
Let's just say we have been really cold. By the way, I don't know how many people or if we have any people on tonight, but I have been posting a lot on a Facebook page called
Hey!
Book Bag Becky is an award winner now.
I don't know if anybody was watching, and I just happened to see Becky's name.
Hi, Becky. Congratulations on winning that award with Clinton County, Florida.
Congrats.
No. Deserves it more than you. You do a lot of hard work. But I have been posting a lot on a Facebook page called Comedy Card. It's comics of all different time in. Some new guys, some older guys. I think I'm probably the oldest guy in there. Also the girl. I've been doing it probably longer than anybody, but they ask some great questions, and they're a lot of fun. And I noticed a lot of them have signed up to be our friends and to follow us. And I just want to let the Comedy Cartel know how much I appreciate them.
Well, Rene told me all about the Comedy Cartel, and I haven't checked it out, but I get updates frequently, and I'm very of your group.
Because anything we do with Road Comics Adventures is both of us.
It is. It's both.
For example, both of us are not leaving the house this week.
I'll run the occasional errand. Like today, okay, so I was talking to my son. I never talk about family on the show. You do, I don't.
Well, because my family is older. My kids grew up being in comedy clubs with me.
Right.
And they don't mind it.
Well, so there's that. That's nice.
Yeah. And actually, thanks to you, there are pictures of my family. I posted those on YouTube too, some of them.
They were a lovely group. I'm thrilled I had a chance to finally meet. I met your son very early on, because I met your son in July.
Oh, yeah.
In July.
When he rehomed me.
Yeah. And then in September.
Because if you don't know, my son and I have been roommates for a long time. And he got divorced and moved in for a couple of weeks. That was forever.
He played the part of Jack Klugman. and Rene played the part of Tony Randall.
Yes. And here's the beautiful thing. Half the people won't that reference, and definitely my kids wouldn't.
Okay. He played the part of Walter Matthau, and the Rene played the part of Jack Lemmon. That's even rougher.
That's even tougher.
That's rougher.
But we were roommates for a long time, and when he was taking me over to meet Flip for the move over here, he had the classic line, "Well, at least you're going to a good home." What? A good home?
You're not wrong.
Well, I know, but it was like he did everything but bring my food dish and.
Oh my God. And here we go.
A leash and a collar for me.
I had those here. I didn't need extras. By the way, I'm doing it first time ever. I'm doing the podcast in my underwear. And here's what, I'm looking at the screens, and I got to be honest, not flattering. I don't, but the way
I know. Look at this. It's like count the. You know how they say you can tell how old a tree is by how many rings it has? Here you can start counting the number of shirts I got on to see what the temperature is. I'm wearing 4 shirts right now.
Oh, well, again, it's
the fact that you at all.
I'm wearing sweatpants, which I never do. I even cooked today, and I forgoed.
Yeah.
My gone.
Foregone. Yeah, that's it.
They were foregone. My cooking chores, and I did sweatpants, but so I'm looking into the into the camera, and I've got way more like rumples and bumps than I actually do in real life. It's just the way the shirt's fitting. It looks like I need a man's ear and some Spanx, and I've actually been losing weight, but
you have been losing weight.
This will be the first and only time I'm doing. But I look like I need a bro's ear, a man's ear, and Spanx.
Well, here's what I
find
funny.
I'm gonna have to sit up better.
Is I'm wearing sweatpants that I brought with me from Orlando that I wasn't even sure I could get into, and today I realized I'm losing them.
Yeah,
we're about ready to have to do something about.
We have gone keto. I don't know. Definitely as low carb as we can go. And I'll give you an example. So my son and I were talking about the cold weather, and it's certainly colder in many other places. Again, Becky in Ohio, We had to cancel for shows in near Nashville, Tennessee, and in Seneca, South Carolina, and we just rescheduled the show we had Sunday, February 1st, and it's rescheduled for April 12th.
April 12th for the guys. Man, nicest bunch of people.
Yeah, but everybody, I mean, everybody has a lot to deal with.
And you know, they're calling for another cold front to come in Saturday and Sunday. We were, even if as far south as Mobile, Alabama, we were, not only are we risking out,
which is not good.
No.
But what's worse,
having audience members trying to get to a show, and it's just easier to reschedule.
So that's what we've chosen to do, and that's what we're doing. So for this last week, because we got home a week ago Sunday, and I made a big batch of pork chili. And I'm going to talk money a little bit when it comes to food. I found big pork loins on sale at Costco. So between that and all the fixings for the pork chili, it was like 8 quarts, and I got it in for like under $20. Lots and lots of meals. In fact, we just froze what was left from it. And then today I made a gumbo inspired soup. And I say gumbo inspired because we're going really low carb as we can. And if you do a real gumbo, it needs roux, and a roux is obviously a fat.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you what roux is, because I'm betting half the people in the Midwest don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, I was fixing that. You jump in. I must have breathed.
Okay, I'll let you finish. No, go ahead.
Now it's going to be a silent podcast. Food enthusiasts.
That's a kinky part of society. And that's another thing. There are people on the internet look for videos where people are making noises with food and drinks because they find that appealing. I will tell you how I find it.
Less than appealing?
Where I really want to put my hands around your neck and squeeze as hard as I possibly can.
I am. Oh my God. Oh, guess what? Jeremiah is watching.
Hi, Jeremiah. I'm so glad to see you.
So Rene was going to tell you in the Midwest what a roux is. I am all ears because I don't know what it is or how to make it or anything.
Look it up on your extra phone.
It's broke.
I'm not telling you now.
So anyway, whatever that is, we didn't want it. And it's a thickener, don't get me wrong. Oh, shoot. I meant to get gumbo filet, which is like a sassafras leaf. And I didn't get it.
I still haven't heard you say what roux was.
No. Roux is a mystery item that Cajuns do and other people do.
We do it in the Midwest too. It's just that down here they have a name for it. But he can talk to you more about that because he's a cook.
No. I've never made that thing. Don't stand on ceremony. I'm all ears. I want to hear.
Well, contrary to what I know, you are not all ears.
I'm a lot of ears. I've got more ears going on now than I did a year ago.
Well, that's true. Okay, so here's the deal. They call it roux, and I was what this was, and come to find out, it's nothing. It is where you take the stuff that's left in the pan. For example, the oils and the little pieces of meat and everything that's left if in a pan where you've cooked chicken or pork or anything that you fried in the pan. What do you call that stuff in the bottom?
The crud?
Yeah, the crud. Well, what they make roux out of is that bottom and getting all for drippings.
Drippings,
all the
crud.
drippings that are in of the pan, and mixing it in with your flour, and then adding liquid to it to thicken it up. We do it all the time in the Midwest because we're putting milk in it. If it's with chicken and you want chicken gravy,
Right.
or a water with a beef base, if you want beef gravy, stuff like that.
But
that's roux.
Our issue with the roux was the flour, because again, not the flour's bad. I mean, we love bread, we love cakes, we love baked goods, but we're going as low carb as we can, and so flour is kind of off the table for us. And then Cajuns, when they make a roux, everything you said is true, but sometimes if they don't have drippings in a pan, what they'll do is they'll either use like some kind of an oil, usually neutral oil, and or like a butter, some kind of a fat, and just stick the flour in there and then stir it. And the longer it's on a heat, not to burn, but the longer it's on a heat, the more they stir it, it goes from a blonde color to like a caramel color, and the darker it gets, its flavor changes. You can't, when you got flour in the pan, you can't leave it, otherwise it'll burn and that'll ruin whatever you're going to put it in. But
which is another reason for us not to. Well, I don't want to talk about the bean boiling over 2025.
Twice it was a catastrophe.
2025. How many times?
2 times. So with a gumbo, you want a dark roux. So you want to leave it on the heat longer, stirring the entire time. And then what you'll do is you take what she says absolutely right. You have the onions, celery, and what's the third one? Bell pepper mix that you cook in the pot, and then you'll add in like your sausage or chicken. Tasso, which is kind of a Cajun-y thing. It's a very seasoned meat. In this case, we got pork, but I've seen chicken and turkey, possibly beef. I haven't seen that, but I'm sure it exists. And then it just, as you add in the roux to the whole concoction, it really thickens it up and it gives it a certain look and texture and taste. And we wanted everything but the flour. So Cajuns will not call it gumbo, but it's in single and double digits temperature wise, and it seemed like a perfect cold weather food.
It's gonna be a great soup.
Yeah,
it really is, and something new for me because I've never had gumbo flavoring.
And there's this thing. It's a powder. It's called filet, and again, I think it's the sassafras leaf. And people put filet in their gumbo, and I forgot to get it, but I can add it tomorrow. Should I go out tomorrow?
All right. I'm not leaving the house.
I do know that.
But I went yesterday. We went to pick up dog food.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And we went to Costco. Well, I don't care how cold it is. I'm going to church, and Costco is my church.
Right.
And we got some coffee. We found some coffee on sale.
Everything is so damn expensive. Niniki just got home. Catch up after shower. Ha ha. Crud. Oh, crud. Yeah, crud.
Oh, yeah. Look at you. You're just killing it tonight.
Also, Jeremiah says Spanish rice is good with it. I don't know if it's good with gumbo. I know that the Cajun folk eat long grain white rice with gumbo.
Yeah, rice is definitely not on my plate anymore. I just don't eat any carbohydrates.
Or low carbonate, but just again, prices. I got a fairly inexpensive thing of boneless, skinless chicken thighs at Costco. I got some hot Cajun sausage at Rouse's, which is a grocery store here, also on sale. All told, like 7 or 8 quarts of gumbo. It's going to come in at less than $25.
Well, when you see what it costs to make things, it makes you wonder how these restaurants can charge such high prices.
The exorbitant price. And again, nobody thinks twice. I guess we're all conditioned. I get sticker shock every time I go out. I get sticker shock, and that's why.
And going out on the road. See, here's the thing. about comedy that has really annoyed me for many years. And one of the reasons I retired, I was still making the same money when I retired that I did when I started. 30 years of comedy. And it's hard to get paid more. How many clubs did week after week after week, and nobody comes to you and goes, God, Flip, we'd like to pay you more money because we're making a shit ton full of money.
Well, that conversation didn't take place.
Yeah, it didn't take place. And it sure didn't happen with me. But our expenses have gotten more and more and more
Everything,
and more.
everything.
Which is why the day I walked away from doing comedy wasn't because I didn't love doing comedy. I love the audiences. I love the performing and everything involved.
Right.
I didn't like the money I was making and broke.
It is frustrating. I mean, there has to be, you know, I found that even when I started, there was a certain percentage of people who got into comedy, not that they loved comedy. They wanted to use it as a springboard. And either to be a TV actor, a movie actor, a writer, or something. And that was going to be the stand-up comedy was going to be their vehicle to get somewhere else.
You know what I wanted stand-up comedy for?
What?
Because I loved doing stand-up.
Me too. Me too.
So if you don't want to springboard to something, that's okay. I just got tired of springboarding into nothing. And after 30 years, I go, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of traveling. Boy, do I hate it. I'm never going to do it again.
You're never wrong.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
How many miles have we gone since?
Oh my God. Are close to 20,000 miles.
Yeah.
Close to 20,000.
Yeah. And that's not a bunch.
Well, you know what? You say not a bunch of sightseeing.
Try something at 80 miles an hour.
You sight it. And as we go by it, you see it.
Flip. Can we?
Yeah. Hence sightseeing. I sighted something. Oh, look, it's a big chair. And then you saw it. There it goes. And then it's off to the next thing.
Until it got cold. And then I went, I'm not getting out of this car. He'd go, we're stopping for gas in the bathroom.
She peed in the car.
I did threaten that a couple of times. So
you did threaten.
I'm not going there.
You did threaten.
I'm not getting out of this car. You got me heated seats.
The one of the three of us, the one with the absolutely positively best bladder, Storm, the Road Comics Adventures dog.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not listening to you two whine anymore about being cold.
I'm good for another 12 hours. Rough.
She barely will open her eyes and look at us.
No, but I was watching a video that Janet from Pause sent.
Janet is not from Pause.
No. D&G. Isn't it D&G like Pause?
G, Pause, and Clause.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
You can't tell me it's part of the name.
Now there's something going off. You've pissed somebody off again.
D&G, Pause, and Close. Anyway, she sent me a video that said your dog is supposed to sleep at least 14 hours a day. Did you know that?
I knew it.
Inquiring minds, did you know that your dog should sleep 14 hours a day? There. Now we've done a public service announcement. Because we try to help.
This is tax deductible now. Cost us anything. Do you want more?
It's only 25 minutes. Let's wait a little bit longer.
All right.
Why? Because I don't have the bladder of an 8-year-old German Shepherd. I got to pace myself.
Let's face it, you and I can't do an hour and a half podcast without one of us going.
Man, I'll tell you, when you start really lowering your carbs and you start eating fewer meals and most of what you drink is coffee,
Well, it is a big difference in your system.
Let's see. Daddy-o, Kevin, my dog is 17. She sleeps 23 hours a day. Man, I hope that 1 hour is a blockbuster. That 1 hour a day. I hope that she's setting off.
You know
pew,
what?
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm starting to think I might be an old dog because I'm wanting to, I'm starting to want to nap in the afternoon.
Nuh-uh. Do you really?
Yeah, I've been tired in the afternoons, but look what time I wake up every morning.
I will tell you this, if I just want some alone time, but I don't want to seem like I want some alone time, I put in a sci-fi movie. And because I do like sci-fi. So yesterday...
so do I.
Yesterday I put in the movie Transformers.
No, that was day before yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah, day before yesterday.
Oh, you know what? No, after he fell asleep, I finished Transformers last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Okay. So I put in Transformers, and it's a 2-hour plus movie. The Rene was fast asleep 32 seconds in.
I don't like to take a lot of time to fall asleep.
I mean, literally mid-sentence, Flip, I don't think I want to... That was it. Like, you don't want to what? You don't want to what? What? She doesn't snore. I did that for effect. Anywho.
Well, here's what's funny is sleeping.
Yeah, well, then you partner up with a hypnotist.
And then I got a hypnotist. But here's the problem with the hypnosis thing.
There's no problem. Go ahead.
Really? Because...
Go ahead. I don't know. There's a problem.
The problem is that part of the hypnosis says that when I wake up, I'll be fresh.
Okay.
And have a lot of energy. And I pop out of bed every morning going, let's go. Let's get it. Let's get this day started.
Well, there's a reason for that. Not with you, just sort of the phrasing of the suggestion.
Yeah.
This is to demonstrate the entirety, in total, the whole amount. This is what happened. Do you want the evolution of that?
Oh God. So, oh my God, what's he gonna do? Board me into hypnosis?
Don't heckle me with my own material. That's just rude. That's just rude. You're literally heckling me with my own material. Am I important? Okay, so when someone's hypnotized, you're working with their unconscious mind. It's very literal, and you have to sort of be very careful how you phrase things, what it is you're looking for, as opposed to thinking you're going to get something, phrasing it away, and getting something completely different. So early on, wake up from the hypnotic state is you have to, because a lot of people live their lives filled and angst and anxiety, and for the first time, maybe in a long time, maybe the first time ever, once they've experienced hypnosis, their body relaxes, they're breathing well, they feel good, and then you say, hey, it's time to sort of wake up from that. And part of their mind resists because they don't want to leave this very comfortable state of mind and being.
Or maybe their partner's watching sci-fi movies.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, so they go.
So if you don't give them incentive to emerge from hypnosis, they'll sort of fight it. And then by the time you ask them to open up their eyes, they have, or they can have in some cases, what's known as hypnotic hangover. And what that is they're awake, but they also feel lethargic and maybe have a headache and they're tired and listless.
Not a chance.
It's horrible. It's not it's not dangerous. It's horrible.
I started working with the audios that you gave me. I wake up. And I've always been really good at waking up, and I wake up quick and I'm fully awake, but more so since the hypnosis.
Yeah.
The problem is sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, let's go. It's time to get the day started. And there have been many times where I've turned on the TV and go, hey, something's wrong. Oh, it's 1 a.m.
Well, so... yeah, so that's a problem, because what you want to do is when you have someone emerge from hypnosis, you want to be like enthusiastic and to feel still relaxed and comfortable, but energetic and looking forward to enjoy great, and they're going to feel like they've slept a bunch. And you want
so back to what we started with. Yes, I want to take a nap in the middle of the day because I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why. And I wake up and I'm like, hey.
But do you feel good?
I feel great.
Da, 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 da. I knew that you would now.
The only time I ever had trouble waking up from hypnosis is that one Sunday afternoon. Ugh. When you were driving back from Arkansas.
That was rough. Oh, and someone once said hypnosis is BS, but he actually spelled out the entire word BS.
Because we're keeping it clean tonight?
I don't know. Kevin, who said that? Was that you, or was that your lovely wife, or someone else? Anyway. Oh, wait, is there more? Oh, Rod. Oh, my God, it's Rod.
We love Rod.
Rod, I made a gumbo, but it's not gumbo, it's soup.
And Rod also commented today on the eggs. Like, you know, the eggs you made me for breakfast?
I made some damn good eggs today.
They were off the chart eggs. Sausage.
I made some good eggs.
Yeah, he or did. By the way, if anybody wonders, I've cooked. And that's because you were on the road. And you went by yourself.
And it's funny because you called me up, you go, Flip, I cooked one time. And I go, good for you. And you go, and it was one time too many.
I don't think we'll be doing it anymore.
Pam is on.
Pam Pearson?
Yeah.
Pam, I hope you're feeling great. We're glad to see you.
Oh, now Kevin is harassing me with my own material. When he goes, someone once said hypnosis is BS. And I said, who? He goes, you did on stage. It's part of your act. You still paid to see it. He's heckling me like you. But I didn't make a gumbo, but I made like soup. And it's like gumbo.
Please don't start this whole story.
I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just saying you'd either be really happy with my efforts or it would embarrass you and you'd refuse to be friends with me. It's one of the two. But it is flavorful. It's tasty. What? It's tasty. Want me to talk about the eggs? What? You still okay, Susie? Okay. Hi guys, I am good. That's Pam.
Oh, good, yeah. Pam. You're up and on your feet, I hope.
Man, I feel rumply in this long underwear shirt. This is a never do again thing. I need a shirt.
I have one. I have two t-shirts on. I have one of the long underwear thing. I call them underoos. Then I have the sweatshirt on. I have 4 shirts.
No, it's not that it's uncomfortable. It just it sits funny, and so I feel like I've got all kind of lumps and bumps everywhere. I'm a little self-conscious.
Do you want to go change?
You want to just get rid of me? You want to do the podcast by yourself?
No, I didn't say that.
I think that's what's going on here. So what else would you like to talk about? So we've rescheduled the Crescent Theater in Mobile, Alabama for April 12th, which is exciting.
We're excited about March 5th.
March 5th, is it 5th or 6th? 5th is Ruskin.
That's the day before Ruskin.
It's the 5th.
Which is?
That thing you hear so much about.
Who's your packy?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you can't say that. Okay, now we're demonetized. Here's the issue.
We weren't monetized.
We're not monetized. So Rene has a friend, someone that I've recently met by phone but not in person, and his name it's not his full name, but he goes by the name Bash. Is that part of his last name?
Who knows?
No one knows. But
Rene, I've known Bash forever.
Rene calls him Bash, so I call him Bash because she introduced him to me as Bash over the phone. Evidently, his heritage, he's Pakistani, and so he goes, "Who's your Becky?" Right? So that's his thing. And you know what? If we repeat what he said, and it's his line, and he wrote it, and he thinks it's funny, that doesn't make us bad people. So
we'd like to apologize to the Pakistani people. So let's talk about Bash's room. Bash is a great guy.
By the way, when she says his room, He's booking a room in what part of Florida?
Dade City, Florida.
So he books comedy one night a month?
A month or maybe 2 nights. The month we're there, March, he's doing 2 shows. So, a lot of guys have treated him poorly because they think they're so much better comics than him. Here's what's interesting. As soon as he started booking a room, those same college comics are liking him.
Love everything about him. Hey, Bash, happy birthday.
Yeah, and
you're doing good.
And he calls me on the phone and he goes, Rene, you were right. Yeah, no kidding. I know how these people behave. A little psychology behind it. He's a great guy. He's grateful that we're working with him, and we're thankful to have it.
I'm thrilled to work there. I can't wait.
And so we'll be there on the 5th.
Right.
And on the 6th, we're going to be in Firehouse.
In Dade City?
Dade City.
Dade City.
Dade City.
And then we're going to be in Ruskin on the 6th, which is the Firehouse.
Firehouse Cultural Center. Amazing place. They've got our tickets up for sale on their website.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. That's a wild place. We're going to have a good time there because I know those people. I've been working there for a long time. Though that's one of the places where after the first time I ever worked there, I never did material anymore. I just go in and go, hey.
All I know is you've been warned by I don't know how many people. Rene. Yes. The audience won't want to see Flip. They want to see you. And it'd be just better if he sat in a chair on stage behind you and just kept his yap shut.
Yeah, and you see how hard that is for me to accomplish.
So for Ruskin, I'm very sorry. I apologize ahead of time. But you're not.
You're like a purse dog. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking you with me.
Rene is not going to put baby in the corner. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I know. We kind of decided about 52 weeks ago that we were going to do this partnership thing. And at the time, we didn't think we'd be doing a show together.
No, huh?
Kind of pretty soon after. It didn't take long for us to go, oh, it'd be funny if we kind of did a show together, but we never thought it would happen. And
well, then it came close. One of the venues I was working months ago, the audience was amazing. They were wonderful. But to be clear, when I asked for volunteers, they seemed a little bit reluctant.
They went, yeah, not so interested.
I think they were nervous. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know me or my show. And I can get on stage every night and say, hey, I'm not going to ask anyone to bark like a dog or squeal like a pig. I'm not going to be mean to people. And it sounds good, but if they don't,
they've seen you do that to me on the cast, so they think it might happen to them.
I'm nicer on stage than I am off stage.
Which is really true.
It's 100% true.
I am just going after I've got to.
In Wilmington a week and a half or so ago, and some doofus, by the way, if you insult someone, you shouldn't have the same baggage that they have that you're insulting them over. So as an example, admittedly, I've made relationship choices and I've been divorced 5 times. Is that good or bad? Well, again, as a comic, good for material. Anyway, this doofus loser guy was screaming that he'd been divorced 4 times. 4 times. 4 times. And then he looked at me and he screamed up from the audience over the stage, "You've been divorced 5 times. You're an idiot."
Now, it's one thing if I call him an idiot for whatever reason.
Well, it is one thing. It's not a good thing.
But I would never do that. But let me tell you, I am like a mama bear with the cub when somebody comes after somebody that I care about. So I looked at him and I said, "Excuse me, Flip,
would you mind if I feel this one?
Do you mind if I handle this?" And he went, "Oh, no.
I'm out. Deuces."
And so then I proceeded to, dare I say, ream the sucker.
You were funny, but you were not pleasant.
No.
You were not pleasant.
No, and Jeremiah can tell you that I can ream somebody and they can enjoy it, because I believe Jeremiah did enjoy it. I reamed him on a couple of occasions.
Well, and this is my theory. I'd love to hear it. I've done a couple polls on Facebook and nobody ever responds to them, which the last time someone responded, I begged you to on the podcast. But generally speaking, if I just put a poll up, nobody responds. But I'd love to hear from you, because this is my theory. If a person, male or female, gets divorced one time, everybody's like, oh, that's too bad. That's, that's horrible. They get divorced a second time. It's like, well, the yikes, maybe you don't do this well. By the third time you get divorced, there's a bit of a stigma, I think. But after the third time, there's not a big difference between fifth divorce, sixth divorce. Like, I don't think nobody's going to go thinking. I mean,
yeah. He made me mad.
By the time you're divorced 4 times, we're in the same boat. Like 4 and 5 is the same boat.
And look, he's sitting in the audience, and he's going to criticize you. You're a hypnotist.
Oh, Holly Janine, 3 times there. Holly Janine divorced 3 times.
Oh, really? Holly, you're such a lovely lady, too.
Wait, why you've never said, oh, Flip, 5 times, but you're so sweet.
Now, are you gonna try to lie to the people and tell them I've never said that about you?
Not in regards to my okay. I feel rumply.
Do you know how much trouble you're going to be in when we sign off here? He isn't signing off tonight, because I'm going to look at him and go, once again, here we go. We get on the podcast and I get this from him. This is Flip. Gunpoint, and we had to watch Pretty Woman.
Ugh.
Or The Bodyguard.
Ugh. Hey, I'm going to finally pronounce his name correctly. Eddie Williams is on.
Eddie will tell you what I do to a heckler.
Eddie, you are great with hecklers.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. Yeah, one of the first times I ever went to a comedy show, I watched a female comic walk off stage crying because of a heckler. And I go, ooh, I don't want that to happen to me. So I got really good at dealing with them. And I just, as much as I appreciate that you're a manly man, and I knew you would step up and handle it, I'm like, you know what? This is kind of my wheelhouse.
Well, again, you're very good at it. If I had been on stage by myself, I'm at 40 years of experience too. Yeah. But when my partner looks at me and goes, Flip, can I handle this one? I'm like, oh, happily. And I just sat back and enjoyed the show.
Well, here's the thing. My kids will tell you, they used to pray that when I'd leave for work, especially if I was a little bit irritable that day, they had prayer sessions in the neighborhood. Please let my mom get a heckler and work it all out on the stage, because I just...
There's a movie called Accident Man. And one of the characters...
Action film?
No, it's an action movie. And it's Accident Man. It's people that are hired as hitmen and hit women have their specialties, and they make it look like it was either an accident. And so the person who hired them to kill someone, that person is dead, but it can't be traced back to who hired them. And there's one guy who, and I can't think of his real name, but whenever he goes on a job, he gets all this pent-up energy. And so he'll go to a bar after he kills someone. And much like getting a heckler, where he can sort of work out a frustration, he'll pick a bar fight and he'll beat the shit out of everyone in the bar to kind of let it all out. So you're like that, but with words.
Okay. Eddie will tell you too, also not always.
Oh, Naniki, 3 also, but don't count second because didn't last year. Well, Naniki, 3 of mine, my first 3 didn't last a year either. Ergo, I've been married twice. By her math. My first marriage.
She went to Wilmington High School.
I
wouldn't go by her math.
My first marriage went 8 months, second one 11 months, third one 6 months. They were dating with party. It's been so nice playing our game. I'd like to give you a house and all my possessions and the money in the bank. Thanks for playing our game. I mean, not really. They were weddings, but they weren't married.
But you were young, and
I'm with you, Naniki. I'm right. I agree. She even said exactly.
Yeah. Eddie Williams will also tell you that occasionally I have been physical.
Oh, you and Olivia Newton-John. I remember in Greece how she had her knee on the neck of John Travolta.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. Once in Miami, nobody was more surprised than I was. That I still remembered that little move from some college training that I had taken.
Wow.
And a guy rushed the stage, and it was really crowded. And I went, a couple of shots at Cuervo. It's on.
I will really, really, really bow up on someone. I've got a very strict rule. I'll bow up on someone if they're 55 years younger than me or 20 years older than me. And then I'm all about, showing them.
Really? Because I wasn't interested in checking ID or anything. The guy came.
I'm eyeballing it.
The guy came rushing up to the stage, and I could see the bouncers in the back of the room like, it's too crowded. We can't get to her. And I went, yeah, I got it.
No, if someone's 10 years old or 90 years old, I'm standing my ground. That's how I roll.
I'll take care of you. I'll protect you. You know I'd protect you, right?
If you're 15 to like 75, then I'm gonna assess your ability to.
What is anybody saying?
Eddie says, LOL. Naniki says, exactly. Holly Janine said to me, I tease you, Flip, from a good place. I know it's a good place. Of course you do. I don't take it personally. Although I will tell you that ex-wives used to take it personally when people would tease me from a good place.
Yeah.
Ooh, they didn't like it at all. Did not like it none whatsoever. You think I'm kidding about that, right?
No.
About bowing up on someone if like they were really, really like feeble.
I gotta tell you, if spouses and boyfriends, because how much trouble that. First of all, I don't like taking a friend or a date or anything to a show with me. Hey, dude, I'm going to my job. I'm working. Yeah,
but I mean, you're right. But to some degree, your job is sort of open to the public.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't need you there. And I have a tendency to kind of date military.
Where are you going with this?
Well, because they think they need to protect me.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So in other words, when you were dating frequently, you would date military people, law enforcement people that have sort of training and authority and sort of a protective
carry badges and shit like that. Yeah. And then when somebody heckles me, I see them go like this in the chair, and I'm like, sit down.
6 down.
I got this. This is what I do, my friend. And they're like, ooh, or they didn't like to be, because I had dated a gay guy in my past.
That's a bunch of stories right there.
So I talk about having a gay boyfriend, and they would go, then they'd want to come and stand beside me at the end of the show, and people would go, well, were you the gay boyfriend? And they go, no. And they didn't find it funny. And I'm like, then,
It's so funny. You dated people that wanted to protect you. I dated a gal. This is between probably 4 and 5.
Okay.
I think I'm almost certain. Yeah, it had to been. It was between 4 and 5. And a gal from Denver. And she went to some of my shows, and she would like to get drunk, but not in a good way. Not that there is a good way. She wasn't like, "Oh, Flip, I'm there for you." She would like just yell shit up to the stage. And then she got mad at me after the
When
show
you yelled at
when I put her in her place. Comedically, but not the nicest
yeah,
way.
let me tell you something to anybody who goes, hey, and Eddie will tell you, Eddie, one of the best club managers I ever had, ever. He was the Coconuts Comedy Club manager in Pensacola for a long time. He did punish me on a few occasions. Um You're such a
Next time I'm going to wear a shirt that kind of, I'm going to wear a shirt.
But he took glassware away from me. He followed me into the bathroom. Remember, he's the club where I took the pee break. And then,
which, by the way, not many comics can get away with taking unannounced intermission to pee without, like, I mean, a lot of times audiences would leave without paying their bills. They'd head out.
Everybody came back.
Yeah.
They weren't going anywhere. We were having a good time.
But that was his concern, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, what? I believe he said, gosh darn it, Rene, what do you think you're doing? And I said, he
told you from Sunday, a friend of mine, Dallas, Stephen Boyer.
Yeah.
So he's on, and he said, I think Flip has dated a gay man before too. Hey, look, Stephen, flock of seagulls.
Stephen, I think I might love you.
Well, the joke's on you, because when my fifth wife left me, I've told this story before. I was in
oh, that's right.
Atlantic City, and I kept thinking, this is my
not that I've heard this story before.
Well, I admit I told it before, and I thought, well, I don't do relationships well when it's a woman. Maybe I can make it work with a guy, and I was unable to sort of get over the hump, so to speak.
Yeah, because the hump's the big.
Well, no, I mean, I would sit and look at guys. I would be on the boardwalk, I had sunglasses on. This is my impression of sunglasses. And there'd be like this, I'm watching America get littered tear just kind of coming down my cheek. And I would look at different guys, and I'm like, can I imagine sharing a popcorn with him at the movies?
See,
no.
And now,
I wish I could.
See, everybody, all of us have been in bad relationships, and we've all thought the same thing. And I go, could I date a woman? And then I think about a woman who has the same size shoe as I do, going, hey, do you mind if I borrow those shoes? And I go, oh, this is never going to work out because I'm funny about my clothes.
Right.
So no, I can't. But a gay guy is perfect for me.
Well, I just thought, you know what, like, I not to argue with my male friends, right? Like, we like the same kind of movies. Some of them have golf clubs. We like to eat the same crappy bar food.
Other stuff that's alike.
Well, yeah. And then when hanging out part is great, but the relationship part, it's like, so in case you've ever wondered, because this has been discussed before, I am in the camp who believes that you're born being who you are. You are who you are. And as it is, I just happen to be straight. And I, like, even as a hypnotist, and a pretty damn good one, I was not able to will myself gay.
Okay, we're going to stop with this before we.
Wait, Stephen, this is your fault. This is your fault. So, but anyway, like, you are who you are.
Yeah.
You're born, and you like what you like, and you're attracted to what you're attracted to. And that's just the way it is.
it is what it is. Oh, dear God, please tell me we've been on here an hour and a half and we can go now.
It's 55. But
God.
I mean, I swear to you, I've been losing weight, and I don't have bumps.
You are worse than
it's horrible. I'm looking in the camera. I swear to you, if I had a time machine, I'd go back to 550 and I put a shirt on.
Go put on another shirt.
No, it's too late. It's already 55 minutes in. I swear. I don't know if you think I'm kidding.
No, let me tell you, he's not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
And here's what's funny is, and a lot of your people don't know this, although my people do. I've lost a lot of weight over the last year.
Yeah, true.
I've lost right at about 100 pounds.
The Rene has gone around February of last year, had decided just once and for all that she was going to make just different choices when it came to eating. And she was very strict.
I finally decided that there were things in life I was going to do. One of which was I gave up sugar and carbohydrates. Gave them up.
Cold turkey. One day just stopped. True?
True.
Yeah.
Then.
That's Joanne. Joanne Altman Hensley reacted to something. Hi, Janet. Janet Schultz.
Hey, Janet. We were talking about you earlier, and it was all nice. The day after I gave up
and sugar,
I gave up cigarettes after 50 years of smoking.
Because you know what? When the challenge is no carbs, no sugar, you're like, that's for pansies. Let's up our game.
Yeah. So nobody has been more supportive than he's been, including really watching what I eat, because he was afraid I was going to take it too far.
Oh, I mean, at one point, she's like, so flat. And I go, yeah. She goes, I've actually, I swear to you, I've graduated to the possibility of thinking about maybe one day having lettuce. And I go, lettuce is not a gateway. Like, what do you mean you're thinking about me? Well, I don't want to get carried away because I'm going low carb. I'm like, lettuce is real. I'm concerned about lettuce. Then I'm concerned about you going the way of Karen Carpenter. Like, that's just getting a little bit extreme.
And I go, I really do like to sing.
Well, yeah. And singing is fine. You can even learn the drums. By the way, did you know?
I know
she was drummer. A consummate drummer.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if she was Buddy Rich quality.
She's really good.
Really good. By the way, I'm using references that are very old, and I'm using them on purpose. So feel free to Google them if you want. That would include Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, Tony Randall, Klugman, right?
Jack Klugman.
Jack Klugman, and now Buddy Rich. So,
so
you know why?
Anybody not coming out to see this live and in person?
I don't know if, like, here's the deal. Every podcast when we go, thanks for being here, and we stop podcasting, she's like, what do you think? It was fun, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I had fun. I don't know if you're having fun. I don't know what you find funny. I know what's funny when I'm on stage because I get immediate feedback from an audience, but like I don't know.
This is
I gave up all mammal products due to a tick bite, which a tick bite might be Lyme's disease.
Lyme disease. Yeah.
Which there's a rumor, it's a conspiracy theory, I don't know if it's true or not, that Lyme disease was created in a lab. Have you heard that before or no?
Mm-hmm.
So you've heard it?
Yeah, I've heard it.
So is it true? I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
But now I'm going to go back to this lettuce thing.
Oh, real quick. Janet Schultz, Katie Cox would definitely need Google.
Oh, she would.
You're not wrong.
Katie is with the Clinton County Humane Society in Clinton County, Ohio.
She's like
12 and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe. And we were throwing around Larry, Daryl, and Daryl to her.
And she was clueless.
And she got that look on her face.
We also threw it. Now, again, she lives real close to, so we're talking about WKRP in Cincinnati. I don't even know if she even heard of the show, but
I'm on a really strict because I know what I need to do what I want to do. Fine. And I have to be extremely strict. And I said, salads are going to lead to a lot more vegetables and a lot of salad dressing, and I don't want to go that far. And you said,
well, it can, but it doesn't have to.
right. But
Those are choices. Those are choices.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Well, did you at least lick an egg today?
Well, as I said, she got to the point where she's like, I'm allowed to think about eggs, but I can't eat one.
I did not.
And I'm hoping by next week I can look at one safely. And I'm like, I think you're getting a little carried away. That I lose as much weight as you want, but be healthy. Healthy is what matters most. And once health is the desire, how you go about doing it is fine. I don't care. I mean, I'll be supportive just so long as
I know, and you have been supportive. That's why this with the whole shirt thing is hysterical about you, because I'll say things. Well, first of all, since I got here, when I moved here, I brought all of the clothes that I thought would fit, and nothing has fit since the day I got here.
Because they're all, even her tight clothes now are too loose, too big.
Yeah. And so it's really funny. Every time I put something on, I'm like, oh my God, this is too big. This is too big. And now you're going, look at me. This is
well, so here's the deal. I mean, again, I never said I was, fat, but I had put on a few pounds, and I was worried about like a poochy tummy or whatever. So I'm down like 20 pounds or whatever. And I just thought, it's sort of cold enough for sleeves, but it's not cold enough for anything heavy. And
it's not cold enough for him for sleeves. I am on 4 shirts.
So I'm wearing a long underwear shirt, and it literally shows every imperfection of someone who's like kind of crinkled over, and sort of hunched back, where like every possible flabby thing could kind of collect.
And we're off the road for a while now. And we have worked in our schedule to periodically take time off the road because we're doing other projects. So we had February pretty much scheduled off because we thought we were going to be working these last 3 days.
Right.
And now we're not. But we could also now, except it's so cold that my knees from prior injuries from prior work.
As it turns out, I mocked Rene for gingerly sitting down and not being able to get back up. And then I felt bad because she reminded me that she had different jobs where serious injuries took place that have hampered her throughout most of her adult life. Yeah. So I felt like a bit of an a-hole.
You were a bit of an a-hole. But that's okay. I'll forgive it.
It's an accident.
Yeah, because when he got a hamstring to get out of the recliner.
That would even be less bad. I actually got a hamstring injury in the recliner while I was mocking Rene.
That's what. See, it's more fun to hear you tell it.
Is that why you lie? Is that no? But really, is that why you lie? No. So that I out myself?
No, but I kind of like that idea of it now.
No, I was mocking her injury, and in the process, I severely strained a hamstring. And then I slithered.
And then I thought he was kidding because, he always has this bullshit stuff that he does. She mainly wants pretty women at gunpoint.
You did.
I wasn't even here.
Yes, but you.
You are a terrible being.
I'm sitting at home, and all of a sudden I could just feel the force that you have to watch pretty women. It's like, I don't want to. You have.
First of all, my voice never sounds like that. I was smoking 2.5 packs of cigarettes a day, and my voice didn't sound like that.
Selma Diamond.
Do you guys see what I put up with?
Oh, I could get Brenda Vaccaro. Either one. They're both winners.
I never put a gun to his head to watch anything. He makes me watch science fiction. He quotes freaking Star Trek. I'm always a lady, aren't I?
Oh, you're dainty.
I'm dainty. I'm a dainty little flower.
It is amazing how many, like from the 60s, late 60s Star Trek, how many things they were ahead of their time. It was actually impressive.
It's really hard for me to recognize that with the blanket over my head going, I'm going to
You always have that one eye. That one cyclopsy looking one eye, always knowing, always judging. So I slithered out of the recliner and then I was writhing on the floor because
and I didn't think he was being serious about it. I thought he was making fun of me again. So I'm filming it.
Oh, from Pam, payback for mocking Rene. Well, you know, I know that you've been feeling well, so I'm going to keep the flock of seagulls in, but I'm thinking it.
I have supporters. I know
I'm taking a beating tonight. Jeez.
Oh, you can't threaten you with a good time, can you? And then I was filming him, and because I thought he was just making fun of me, and then he went to stand up and went, I can't stand up.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'm hurt.
A week or two later, I was at the Marion Theater.
It wasn't a week or two. It was 3 days later. Yeah.
I could barely get up the stairs to get on stage.
It was horrible. The worst thing is when something happens to you, like an injury like that, hours to get to the gig.
Driving 800 miles.
Because I got a great story about that. Would you like to hear my story?
I don't know. Having to do with you?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear it. Yeah. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I a lot of times periodically in my life, I've been a gym rat where I work out like a maniac and get in great shape. And I was in one of these phases. And I worked out at a great gym in Orlando, and it was leg day.
A similar story, I think.
So I worked out like crazy, and then I had to go from Orlando to Columbia, South Carolina, because I was opening that night for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow. Very cool.
In a big stadium.
Yeah, of course.
What I didn't think about was working on leg day, which if anybody who's ever worked out, that's the hard day, real hard day. Lot of pressure on your legs, really work out till exhaustion, and then you're going to get in the car and sit for approximately 6 to 8 hours. Then I got out of the car and found out that in order to get to the stage, I had to walk. Well, I could barely pick my feet up, let alone walk up the building. That was the longest trip to the stage I've ever made in my life. We
have so many similar experiences. It's crazy.
It really has been.
I was working, by the way, it's long since gone, but there was a comedy club in Huntsville, Alabama. And I love Huntsville, loved Huntsville, had great shows there, thoroughly.
That's a club I loved. Tom Sobel booked that room.
Love that club.
Tom Sobel.
But they were pretty nuts and bolts. Like their comedy club was called the Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Their mall was called
the Huntsville Mall.
Nope, just the mall.
Was it just the mall?
Just the mall. Yeah.
Huntsville, and it's somebody that I've seen show up lately. I worked Huntsville with a guy named Rick Corso.
I know the name.
A great guy. And we worked there with Zach and Mac. Remember I told you? Mac.
I never met them, but I'm never tired of hearing stories about Zach.
Well, one of them had passed away, and the one who was still alive was our feature.
Right.
But this was one of my first real long road gigs. And Rick Corso could not have been a nicer guy, and Mac was great too. They really took care of me. They took me to a movie. They go, you know, comics, we're going to a movie. What do you think I did during the movie?
Slept.
Yeah.
What'd you not see?
I don't know.
All right. So I was doing, and by the way, I worked Huntsville a lot, and I sold out all my shows. Like, we did really well in Huntsville. And people were just so nice to me. And the volunteers were amazing. And the audiences loved the volunteers and had fun at the show. And it was such a good experience. And it was one of my absolute favorite clubs. And so when I built, like, he was like a builder built. And he's like, do you work out? And I go, well, I mean, I get to the gym. I can't say like I'm a gym rat, but I work out and I like working out. And it's a great way, when you have clubs that have gym associations where you can sort of kill some time and try to be healthy. And he goes, I want to meet you at the gym tomorrow. It probably was called the gym because it's Huntsville and that's what they just call stuff. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah, I'd like to work out with you. And I go, I can't work out with you. You're not
a comic.
And he was really so nice and somewhat persistent, but in a lovely way. And so I met him at the gym the next morning, and we worked out for like 2 hours, and it was leg day. And he just was highly motivating, and he kept motivating me to do things that I did not know I could do. And as it turns out, he was wrong. He was wrong and I was right, and he was really wrong. I did it, but so that was like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Showtime that night, 8 o'clock that night.
And walking up those stairs.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't walk.
Can't.
No, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Flip Early. And so my calves had just balled up and were cramping, and so I had to get on all fours like a dog. And I had to, on hands and knees, I had to crawl up the stairs, and then I had to crawl over. And I think the audience thought I was kidding. I had to crawl over to one of the chairs, which would later be used for volunteers, and then try to hoist myself up with my arms.
Yeah. I got to tell you, getting out of the car that day in South Carolina, I went, oh, I think I've made a mistake. And holy crap, I have to wear high heels. When I'm working, I always wear high heels.
You didn't have to. It was a choice, but yeah.
Well, I had to. That's all I had with me.
Oh, then you had to.
Yeah, except for the tennis shoes that I wore. And until recently, I would have never worn tennis shoes. Now I'm like, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So it's funny. So you way overdid it, right? And had a hard time getting on the stage. I way overdid it, hard time getting on the stage. Fast forward a bunch of years, I'm sitting there in the recliner today, and I get a cramp in my left butt cheek. What was I doing? Sitting. Wasn't walking, wasn't talking, wasn't moving, just sitting there. And
what did I say when you told me?
What?
Wait a minute. Let me get my phone.
Out and try to get flat. But it hurts. It wasn't just vibrating.
A lot of trouble with your back.
It
and
hurts.
I have been researching some of the exercises we should be doing for your back.
Oh, Stephen Boyer, Flip, we have so many similar stories. It's crazy. How about that?
Yeah. Hey, is Stephen a comic?
No, and
I would have asked you directly, except I can't see you.
You know what? And I hope I'm not wrong. But I think when I first met Stephen, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did massages for a living.
Wow.
I think. I don't think he's doing them anymore. But Stephen, I hope I'm not wrong, but please let me know. Did you, when we first met, did you used to earn a living doing massages? And I don't remember if that's a masseuse or masseur, but I think it's a masseur. I think that's what is that right? There's a male and a female version, and he was the male version, but I think it's masseur. Hola? No. Bonsoir.
I would like to apologize to anybody that's ever.
Oh, he did say correct. Correct. He was a Is it masseuse or masseur? But I think it's a masseur.
Mm-hmm. I'm begging you to stop saying it.
Yes, I was a massage therapist. Well, the massage therapist is unisex. It could be male or female. In this case, it's male. Stephen Boyer.
Yeah.
Good guy. Good guy. Nice guy.
Yeah, he did say that about you after that. What's really funny is none of you people that log on and watch us, we have never said about any of them that they're horrible people. We're always like, oh, we know this one from here. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I think a lot of comics don't know people by name, not like we do.
95% of my career doing one-man show. Access to comics, I know a lot of names better than I.
Just find it. This was the great part about being a comic for me, is getting to know people, and I've loved getting to know your friends.
Much like you, I also have lovely friends. Much like you, and your friends are amazing. By the way, Naniki said, "Love the bare feet at WC Witty Women of Wilmington."
Oh yeah, well, because I love shoes. I'm a shoe person, and I have beautiful high heels. But you know, sometimes you're on a stage that's unstable. So if I was ever working, I would kick my shoes off and just go barefooted.
So they were decorative. You would wear them
to the club and home, except for the one time where the one guy, I believe I told you. Did I tell you about the guy? I kicked my shoes, high heels, to the stage, and this guy picked it up and he said he was madly in love with me, and he poured his beer into my shoe and drank it out of my shoe, which made me a little ill, almost a little sick. And I thought, I'm not wearing those shoes again. And he said, I'm absolutely madly in love with you. And then he told me that maybe that was because he had just spent 12 years in Attica.
Oh, boy, for those of you who don't know, Attica is a place where people go to think about what they've done.
And his was murder.
So he had lots of thinking to do.
He had 12 years of thinking to do. But he loved me. And I think he liked it because I yelled at people in the audience.
See, because had he made better choices 12 years prior, he'd have been able to see more shows.
We have some good road stories, actually.
We do. I was doing a show at a club called Laughs in Tucson. And one side of the room, I think, was stage right, which would be the audience's left, was heckling me. And I was not having any part of it. And I would just absolutely go toe to toe with them, and they'd heckle me, and I wasn't putting up with it. But I didn't lose my temper. I wasn't mad, but I had a lot to say.
Imagine my surprise.
And so I finally finished the show, and I got off stage, and the manager goes, "Man, I don't know what you were thinking." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "That was a group of gang members, half of which just only." I'm like, "Oh, thanks for the heads up. Thanks for letting me know." He goes, "That's a true."
I some of this stuff just amazes me.
Oh, Kevin, Daddy-o.
Attica
is the space between the ceiling and the roof. Attica.
Daddy-o, we'll be handling the funny shit from here on in. Leave it to the professionals.
That's some funny shit right there.
You know, it's so funny though, because hecklers were always my thing, because for some reason men always go, it's a female comic, let's nail her. Let's
but not in the verbal sense,
right?
In the heckly verbal sense.
Yeah, and sometimes because I would get the better of them.
Ooh, they didn't like that at all.
No, they were going to come after me. I mean, I hold the record for the police being called in Lakeland because of men threatening to kick my ass, and a couple of shots at Corvo, and I'm like,
bring it on. Was it?
Let's go. But hang on, let me take my shoes off and put them out of the way because
you got your priorities.
I got my priorities, but we're gonna. And actually, one of our first experiences in the week we worked together, if you remember correctly, was this was a bar. This was a hotel bar where we did the show.
Oh,
the
way back when.
Our very first.
This is like 1990.
Okay. Third week in January 1990. A bar on this side. And I was sitting at the bar and you were doing the show up there and you'd had your volunteers up there and you'd turned your back to the audience to start the induction.
Right.
And there was a loudmouth woman who had finally quieted down, but I had kept watching her. And she waited till you turned your back to the audience and she headed for the stage. And about that time you turned around, I had gotten to her and I went, sit down. And you went like this to me and turned around and went back to doing your show.
That was very supportive. Even 35 years ago, 1990. Am I yelling? I think I'm yelling. 1990. The Rene are very, very supportive. Always the gentle women, always very nice. Always very supportive.
I had the background to be your bouncer. Yeah. I just wasn't going to let you get attacked from behind on stage. You or anybody else.
Right.
You know.
So we're about an hour 25.
Really?
Just thought I'd share that.
And we got demonetized in the first 5
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, well, you and again, I think Stephen or someone.
Really?
Oh, and then he said Flip lies. So I guess he's all over the map.
Flip lies. No, I am a potty mouth. You know, if you come to one of my shows, which is now our show.
At this point, based on what you've told me, oh, Flip, I'm never getting on stage again unless we do the show together. I believe that's correct. Is that
it's amazing how much more Southern I've gotten since we've.
You live in Louisiana, you're not going to get much further south unless you go to the Gulf of America.
And that's true. I said it in 2019. I was never doing another comedy show again.
Yeah. Yep.
And then some Yahoo shows up and I go right.
Yippee-ki-yay. No, there's a Die Hard reference. I was setting you up to be a potty mouth.
Oh, yeah, but I can't remember. It's something.
It's the MFR word.
Yeah.
So we are going back out on the road. We're taking some time off.
No, and yeah, we're going back out on the road in March.
Yeah, we're taking some time off in February, and we're gonna hopefully work some more on getting our ducks in a row for a couple of documentaries. And
you know, it depends. This weather is.
One of the things we want to do when we were in Nebraska, all those got put up the due to the crud. People had
a bad flu out there, and I you know, I also know our buddy Pam.
Yeah,
we were going to go see Pam. She'd had some other medical stuff, and we were going to go to her house and visit her. It was her birthday, and she couldn't come out to the show. And then she got COVID, and then they wouldn't let us go and see her.
So we're going to go back, I hope, to Nebraska, but we're going to wait till the spring for things to thaw out and road condition to be better and whatnot.
We're going in the spring to wait for Rene to thaw out.
Well, too.
Because I've had it with this.
But we have interviews in the Midwest. We have interviews in the Southeast.
We have a couple interviews in Florida as well.
Why is that Southeast? I'm being vague. Blurter. Is Florida part of the Southeast? Yes.
Yes, it is, Leah.
So we're going to go to the Midwest. We're going to go.
Are you going to wear that shirt?
Not without something on top of it. You really had to point out.
Well, that's because you were being an ass about me saying, and you called me a blurter.
Well, I'm trying to be vague.
You know what we're going to do? Let's promise our audience this.
What?
Okay. let's work out. Let's start working out tomorrow. We have the weight bench.
No. I won't. What does that have to do with a promise to people?
Well, because it means a lot more if you say to people, I'm gonna do it.
Well, I don't make that promise.
I'm going to.
You know what? And I'm going to root her on like when she licked an egg. Yay, you.
Actually, you still do because you support me. You do all the cooking around the house, and look what you've done. You've changed. You've changed your entire way of cooking just to suit my.
Well, but it's good. And I mean, I'm down 20 pounds, and you've done great. And I do plan on to be more active.
I want to work on your back a little bit to strengthen the muscles that support your back, so you're not, because you work hard. People don't understand all this production we do just to set up for the podcast is a big deal. You work really hard doing this.
Yeah, unfortunately, like at this moment in time, and things may change down the road, but at this point, we don't have a studio. So we have to, sort of put things up and then do a podcast or a cooking video. I did a cooking video, and it'll probably be online Sunday. And again, it's gumbo inspired soup. But again, setting everything up at least an hour.
It's an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah. And break things down, equal amounts of time roughly. And then the editing is several hours. And so, so it keeps us busy.
And since we're home for a month, we could get a lot of working out done. I'm going to do it. I would like to have not this birthday because I got a birthday coming up fairly soon.
I know when it is.
I know you do. When
April.
Yeah.
By the way, I think that if you can do Elvis, you can probably be a ventriloquist. Hello there, how's everyone doing? Oh.
Sock puppet for our anniversary.
No.
A chin strap for my sombrero?
A chin strap, maybe. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm not a fan of ventriloquists. I am not now. I never have been. And I refuse to do I get it like a puppet, because the whole point is to show everyone that a ventriloquist, when you pull the sock off, it's just a hand.
So what I thought, if you look at our umbrella company, the entire production company that we started is called Effing Adorable.
FING, adorable.
If you'll notice, here is what you get.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
I have to do that, but now I have to torque my body. I hope you're happy. Anyway, so yeah, it's thanks for this. This is great. The mocking hand puppets.
Yes. And I thought it was the sweetest, most symbolic thing I'd ever seen in my life when he designed our logo. And instead of find out, he hates.
I was being silly.
He hates.
Honestly.
And I thought it was the sweetest thing in the world. Go.
Well, okay, last thing, and then we're getting out of here. So I did my hand like that, and then I took a picture. What was that?
That was my vape.
Oh, then I took a picture, and then on an app, I drew.
Oh, you're not going to tell this. Go ahead.
On the app, I drew like eyes and a mouth, and I made it a puppet like I had drawn.
Like they see
on our logo, right?
Yeah.
And I said that to Renee. She's like, "Oh my God, I love it, Flip. That's a great idea. I love it."
And you said, "Do it so we can have the."
Yeah, so they can be like that, right? Yeah. And so she sends me a picture very similar to the one I sent her, followed by, "Flip, how do you get the magic marker off your hand?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?"
No, here's what you said. Yeah, because my hands are so little. And he goes, "Can you do it where the gap isn't there in your fingers?" And I went, "Yeah, but then the eyes aren't and everything aren't going to be right." And you go, "What do you mean the eyes aren't going to be right?" you just redo them. And I go, well, I can't get the
because I use like Sharpie, like permanent magic marker, and it's going to be a few weeks and a bunch of acetate and some raw skin before I'm able to redo it. It's like no.
Well, I didn't want you to know that early into our partnership how dumb.
It was just know that you do. Again, we have different skill sets or whatever. And at the time, Rene didn't use a lot of technology. She actually has become very good at technology. She does AI stuff and a host of other things. But at the day, she didn't realize that there was like drawing programs where you could draw on a picture.
Yeah. He comes home from work and what's on your hand? Nothing.
You just go about your business. Go to your room.
I was drawing faces on my hand puppet. It was crazy. Oh, and by the way, to the asshole who sent a message to me on our YouTube page today telling me he doesn't like our dumpster fire picture.
Right.
Well, you can kiss my ass because I love that dumpster fire thing. And we know we're dumpster fire, but we embrace that.
It's just weird, and not many people thankfully do it, at least not the ones that we've come in contact with. But that some Yahoo sitting at home sees something, is like, well, I feel the need to be as insulting as I can be to some stranger for no good reason. I just write something shitty. And then they move on, and we're like, oh yeah, like I don't take it personally because
I'm more saying
for no good reason, someone being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk for no other reason they want to be a jerk. So
on the other end of the computer, because I could put them on the ground and put my knee in their neck.
Knee in a neck. So
the other thing is we love you guys. Do us a favor. We are really working to get people to like, share, and subscribe.
That's true.
To our YouTube and to our Facebook.
Spotify, iHeart, Rumble.
I know we're getting ready to rumble. We are rumbling.
Instagram, Tickety Talk.
Yeah, any of those pages, look at Road Comics Adventures. Our schedule is up
on my website, fliporley.com. Flip Orley is my name. Flip Orley. Fliporley.com. By the way, I'm going to do some edits to my tour schedule tonight because I have to make a joke. The fact that this weekend everything's been rescheduled due to weather.
So, yeah, and now we're going to lay around the house and not do anything.
Watch sci-fi. Lots of sci-fi.
I'll be napping a lot. I'll be really well rested.
Did you know there's like 5 or 6 Transformer movies? Yeah, bunches.
Can hardly wait. But what are we watching?
National Treasure right now.
National Treasure.
With Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Oh,
and like something that. Bean. The bad guy's name, his last name is Bean, I think. I can't think of his first name. Oh, and last thing, we just saw John Travolta.
Oh, yeah, I really like that one a lot.
Fun movie.
That one, Trying to Talk to Me.
Yeah, you wouldn't have it. Take investigation, so I can't go there, but YouTube, IG, and FB already there. Yeah, TikTok. There's a lot going on there.
Instagram. Yeah,
there's a lot going on there, but hopefully they'll figure it out.
Yeah, anything you can do, if you can get some of your friends to like us, we'd be happy with that.
Well, anything again, everybody begs. We're begging too about it helps the algorithm, and
it really does help us a lot, and it makes a difference on whether somebody wants to book us or not.
Yeah, that also matters.
So if you want to see us in a town near you, even if it's just to throw stuff at us.
Well, don't do that. Numbers matter. Numbers matter. Anyway, with that said, I think I want to go eat some gumbo soup.
Do you?
Well, yeah, it's been sitting a while, and all the flavors are kind of melding and molding. And
you want to go change your shirt? You got to take the dog out.
I got to put the dog out.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not going. I went out during the sunshine today. She's on her own.
So, all right,
we love
everyone.
you. We care about you. We really appreciate you joining us.
Please stay warm, stay safe, stay off the roads if there's ice on the roads. There's no reason to go out unless it's an emergency. Right.
We're not working any place, so they have no reason to.
No, but I mean, there's people.
And you know what? When the weather gets bad again, we are going to pop in and out. We went on Sunday night to do a live, just
you know what?
Just because we.
No reason not to. No reason.
We did.
So we're going to run. We hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday and a great rest of the week. Stay warm, stay safe.
Right. And check out all the pictures posted on YouTube.
Yep.
From our last trip.
Ready? Out, bitches. Is that fun? I don't know. Maybe. Now we're going to have to spend all kinds of time saying we're done.